crushing my brain with the candlelight. Losing my breath, losing myself, dreams are out of sight. Stop struggling against my demons. Stop taking life as fiction. Let it burn, burn, burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground. Ready to fight, ready to go, that's my final word. Taking chances, I guess I just get one. Crawling again, crushing my brain with the candlelight. I catch my breath and let it burn, 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 burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground.
The wait is finally over as WrestleMania is getting set up. Now, we have a stacked card for each and every single one of you here tonight, so make sure you grab your favorite snack, grab a drink, and sit tight as I go over the match card. Starting us off, we have an 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match where the only way to win is to climb up a ladder and retrieve the briefcase, and the briefcase holds a contract that you can cash in at any time to get a championship match. Now, Buddy Murphy, Johnny Gargano, Dean Ambrose, and Drew McIntyre are on Stone Cold Steve Austin's side. If Stone Cold Steve Austin's 4 wins, then he gets a separate brand in LEW. But if Kurt Angle, Ricochet, AJ Styles, or Kenny Omega wins, those 4 members are Shane McMahon's side. And if Shane wins, Steve Austin owes Shane $1 million. Next, we have Finn Balor versus The Fiend, in which Finn Balor wants to prove himself worthy of the 4 horsemen and The Fiend. We'll see if he wants to hurt or heal him. Next, we have Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, the Cruiserweight Champion, taking on Darby Allin in a recently debuting Sting. Sammy Guevara defeated Buddy Murphy to win that title, and now he is in a tag team match. See if he is better than Darby Allin. Next matchup is a TLC World Tag Team Championship match as the champions Roderick Strong and Cesaro taking on against the Hardy Boys and Breezango. Roderick Strong and Cesaro set out an open challenge, and Hardy Boys and Breezango accepted. Now they have their title shot right here tonight. Next up, we have Randy Orton versus Edge in an I Quit match. If you can make your opponent say I quit, they essentially quit the company. This match has been dated back since No Mercy when it started out, just to see who the better man was, and now look at what it has come to. The Miz versus Cody Rhodes in a North American Championship match as Cody defeated Dean Ambrose in a hellacious hardcore bout at Hard to Kill. He earning himself this spot. Let's see if it'll be the new reign for Cody or if The Miz will continue his own. Seth freaking Rollins takes on Shawn Michaels in a Hell in a Cell match. These two men, Seth Rollins injured Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels is back asking for this match. We'll see who comes out and who is the victor. And lastly, we have the LEW Championship between the champion Adam Cole, John Cena, and Roman Reigns. We'll see who can be the top guy in the company here tonight. So, let's get on to the show.
We're getting ready to watch the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm pretty confident in my 4 men and their capabilities. How are you feeling when you're about to get your ass kicked, son?
Well, that's not gonna happen, but I'm ready to get $1 million.
Well, that ain't gonna happen, son. I'm gonna get a separate brand in LEW, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. So, let's shut the hell up and watch the match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first match of Wrestlemania. Drew McIntyre with a clothesline, and now Buddy Murphy and Kurt Angle are ganging up on Drew, but Drew dumps Kurt Angle to the outside. But all in all, if you don't know what this is, the winner has to climb a ladder to retrieve a briefcase who guarantees them a title shot whenever they want, but they have to cash that briefcase in. Now, Drew McIntyre, Dean Ambrose, Johnny Gargano, and Buddy Murphy are all on Steve Austin's betting side. AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, Kurt Angle, and Ricochet are all on Shane McMahon's. If Steve's betting wins, he gets a separate brand, and if one of Shane's wins, he gets $1 million paid from Steve. And here comes Johnny Gargano as he charges past the ring, and a double spear to the outside takes out everyone. And Ricochet comes along with the self, but no, Claymore kick from Drew McIntyre. Drew lifts up Ricochet, and he throws him over the top rope, lands on him, and an enziguri from Johnny. Johnny, springboard, DDT, no, Drew, the power, lifts him. Johnny lands in a super kick. Johnny goes to the ropes now. Drop kick, no. Drew dumps him over the top, and here comes Kenny Omega from the top of the ladder with a crossbody. And Johnny, and another crossbody. AJ, springboard, 450 to Drew McIntyre. They're looking at Ricochet. Ricochet at the top of one of the 3 ladders he's running. Wait, no, Ricochet trips and falls. Buddy Murphy middle of the way in a V-trigger from Kenny Omega. Look at this. AJ Styles is on Kenny Omega's shoulders. Here comes Buddy Murphy. Jumps off the ropes. Spins around. And a stunner from the top. Oh my God. Kurt Angle and Dean Ambrose bring a ladder into the ring. As Kenny Omega is standing by himself. Points the gun. And now he's running. Crossbody to Kurt Angle and a powerbomb from Johnny Gargano. Super kick to Kenny Omega. Johnny sees something. The ladder is set up and Ambrose is at the top. He's looking to grab the briefcase, but here comes Johnny. Big stare down at the beginning match of Wrestlemania on form. No. Sunset flip, but no. Ambrose has a hold of Johnny. Plants him from the top of the ladder, and Ambrose makes the climb. He sees Drew McIntyre standing right back up, and he knocks the ladder over. And Ambrose, he is a lunatic, says, come on, and he's laying in punches on Drew McIntyre. 3. And now Ambrose goes to the ropes. Comes back. But a forearm for Drew. And Ambrose catches himself, comes back in a clothesline. Drew stands on his feet, and Ambrose comes back again, but a headbutt. But Dean Ambrose is busted open. As Drew looks for a DDT, but no, Ambrose twists out of it. Paradigm shift. He just lifts him and plants him on top of the ladder. Kurt Angle slam on Kenny Omega, but here comes Ricochet. Ricochet, a Canadian destroyer. Turned from the angle, slam, and Ricochet leans a ladder up against the ropes. Now he's running all the way up. But Drew McIntyre with the, oh my God, he hit him with the ladder. Now Drew's setting up the ladder. Can't keep the big man down for too long, but Ambrose is here. And a powerbomb through the ladder. Oh my God. Johnny's making the climb, and here comes Ambrose as well. Oh, Buddy is there as well, but an elbow. Oh, Buddy climbs on the back of Johnny. Buddy's stuck. Oh, Ambrose has a hold of Johnny. He lifts him up, throws him. No, Johnny holds on, comes back. Powerbomb. No, Hurricane Rana. Oh my God, onto Buddy Murphy. And now Johnny is up by himself. And he grabs the briefcase. Johnny Gargano is Mr. Money in the Bank. A heartfelt moment here. Hard fought battle between all men in this match.
Oh, no! Hell yeah! What? What?
How could this happen?
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the match between The Fiend and Finn Balor as The Fiend is making his entrance here. The Fiend, very, very little time here in LEW, but has made a huge impact as he has set his eyes on Finn Balor. The Fiend is a very, very ominous man, as you can slowly see the camera panning up to see his true, masculinity. He is so incredibly terrifying. And we haven't even heard a word from The Fiend. We've only heard words from Bray Wyatt himself. Remember, this is WrestleMania, our biggest pay-per-view of the year. And I can't wait for season 2. But right now, let's go out. Oh, and Finn Balor, the bell is rung. Finn Balor gets hit with a Uranagi from The Fiend. The Fiend grabs a hold of Balor, sends him into the ropes, and Fiend splash into the corner. Oh, as you can see, The Fiend is like a freaking spider and a diving drop kick. Takes The Fiend down as Finn Balor has some momentum. He goes up to the top rope, and oh my God, The Fiend has levitated up to his feet and a diving. No, Fiend gets a hold of him and a Sister Abigail to Finn Balor. Oh, as you can see, The Fiend is holding up the hurt hand, and now he's shoving his hand down his throat. My God. The Fiend is looking to put the hurt on Finn Balor, and Finn Balor passed out. The Fiend is your winner, and here's Bray Wyatt.
It did not feel like this. And at WrestleMania, The Fiend hurts you. And in order to be healed, you have to be hurt. When The Fiend took his hand and shoved it down your throat to hurt you, made you pass out. Now I'm here to hold out my hand to heal you. What do you say, Balor? Balor, you just made the biggest mistake of your life. Accept him inside of yourself, inside of your soul. But in order to get that to your head, we have to send another monster to do the dirty work. Show him how he can be healed just like you. To see what even the Murder Hawk Lance Archer can do to you. He can hurt you in so many more ways. So many more ways than what the Four Horsemen have already done to you. Balor, you are the worst member in the Four Horsemen. Nobody cares about you. But if you join us, we'll make people care. You'll see. So, what do you say? No. Lance, send him another message. Balor, no matter where you get drafted to, we'll be on that very first episode. See if you want to join us. Join him. Join the House of Wyatt. See you then.
For this match, we have set up special audio equipment to where you can hear just about everything coming from Randy Orton and Edge, just to be 100% clear on when they say, "I quit." So let's get on to the match. Alright, Edge is coming on out right now, looking to make Randy Orton quit the company.
From Quebec, Canada, weighing in 241 pounds, he is the Rated R Superstar Edge! And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, Randy Orton!
This feud started just by to see who the bigger and the better man is at No Mercy. Edge pinned Randy Orton clean. Randy got mad. And now they're brawling it out. Here we go. The match has started. Who will make the other quit the company? There's a lot of punches laying in right now. And a big uppercut from Randy Orton. Oh, a nice clothesline. Almost takes Edge outside of the ring. Oh, and a beautifully executed back breaker. Starting to work on that spine a bit. And Orton's getting some hardware thrown in tables and chairs. His Edge is in pain, as you might be able to hear due to the new audio equipment at shop. Oh, and Edge with the clubbing blow takes Orton down. Edge getting back into this match here. Oh, but Randy lifts him up an Olympic slam onto the hardware. And now Orton laying in those punches, trying to wear Edge down so that he can execute a big move to make Edge say, "I quit." Oh, and he's still going, this time with kicks though. So Randy Orton is in control of this match, in the driver's seat, some might say, and he's grabbing a chair. Oh, and he strikes the back of Edge. Now he places it in front of Edge. No good could come of this. Oh, he's running, and Edge with a chair shot. A chair shot to the side of Randy Orton. As you can see, Randy Orton is busted wide open from that solid steel. And now a label lock from Edge.
Go on, Orton, say
It's Randy Orton. Will he say, "I quit"?
Let go. No.
He does not. Says he wants to keep going as he lifts Edge up and plants him on the spine. And Edge, full head of steam, gets sent to the outside. So Randy Orton gets a breath, and now springboard and crossbody. Now Orton grabs handcuffs out from underneath the ring. We'll see what can come of that. And now Randy grabs a table and he whacks Edge's skull over our entrance stage. And now a big clubbing blow. Now he sends Edge into the entrance stage. When Edge has a bucket and he whacks Randy Orton over the head with it and has steel pipes.
Like this, Randy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Edge
What about a kill switch?
with a kill switch. To the face. Those steel pipes gotta hurt, even if it doesn't cause any blood. Still onto steel, and Randy Orton gets a hold of him, and a Boston crab fully cinched in on the steel pipes. Edge, will he say I quit? No. Randy looks to be changing that as he lifts Edge up and he plants him through the table. Orders the referee to ask Edge again.
No, I don't.
But Edge says no. Randy Orton's got to be in shock right now, and he is as he's laying in more punches, saying, hey, Edge is not wore down enough. So, I'm going to just punch him in the face. You can see what he's doing right now. And now, over the apron. Sends Edge back into the ring. Now, Randy Orton, the Viper he is, has a plan. Sets up a table, and oh my god, Edge! Spear through the table! A spear through the table just could have turned the entire momentum of the match. Orton had this in full control. Edge doing that might have just swerved it in his favor. We'll see though, Edge is taking a lot of beating. Both men starting to get up now, but Randy is the first to his feet, and he gets a hold of Edge. Throws him onto the apron, look for that DDT, but no, Edge plants him onto the ropes, goes, and now the spear, no, DDT.
Ask him.
Oh, now Randy ordering the ref to say, but he says no.
Come on.
Randy Orton still in shock, as we all are, as Edge has that grit that some people might not have. Edge won't stop as Randy Orton with an RKO. No, Edge plants him on the chair. Goes to the ropes, comes back, and a big boot. Sends Randy Orton, and now Reg look for that execution. Randy Orton with an RKO onto the chair. Randy Orton asking the ref to see if Edge says I quit. This could be it.
No.
Oh.
No. I don't quit.
And Edge says no, and Randy Orton is furious. He does not know what to do. Oh my. He's eyeing the barbed wire baseball bat, something that can end people's careers. As he brought this in early in the match.
Please
He's grabbing
just
that hardware.
say the words. Don't make me do this for the love of God.
Do it, because I'm not quitting.
And Edge says do it, he'd rather die, but no! Edge has a hold of Orton with the barbed wire baseball bat just scraping against Orton's face. Will Orton say I quit?
You're gone, Orton. Say it.
I quit. Fine. I quit. Please.
And Orton says I quit.
I quit.
Edge is your winner, and Randy Orton quits the company, and Edge is still holding on. We haven't seen this side of Edge just yet. Oh, so much blood coming from Randy Orton. I'm not sure how the eye is looking for him, but Edge is our winner. We'll see what he goes on to season 2 of LEW. And who is this mystery figure? It's Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Oh, we see a glimpse of Darby Allin as he jumps and a crossbody takes both men out. Now he gets up, forearm to Sammy and a forearm to Jericho. Puts Jericho getting a hold of Sammy. Oh, and Darby jumps, but Jericho catches hold of him, and a super kick from Sammy Guevara to Chris Jericho. Forearm from Darby Allin. Darby charges, and Sammy Guevara sends him into the wall. Sammy Guevara takes the belt off, and what's he doing? Chris Jericho's getting up now. Oh, Sammy put the belt on Darby Allin's head, and he smashes it over the apron. And now a big punch. Oh my. That's gotta be Sting. Oh, and he's wielding an axe. Oh, Sting looking to murder someone, but a punch to Chris Jericho takes him out. Sammy's scared out of his mind. Sting sends Sammy into the ring. Oh, and now Sammy runs to the ropes, jumps, springboard. Oh, but a clothesline to the back of the head. Sting in control of this matchup as the bell rings. Sting looking for the Scorpion Death Drop, but oh, Hurricane Rana from Sammy Guevara. Now Sammy goes to the corner. Darby Allin gets a hold of him, and a Stinger Splash. Sting puts Sammy, and a backbreaker to Darby, but puts Sammy on top of the rope. Oh, and a cutter. No. Sting gets a hold of Sammy, and a Scorpion Death Drop. Oh, and here comes Chris Jericho. He ducks the clothesline. Jericho runs. Bounces off the ropes. Moonsault. Oh my god, a bat! Sting grabbed a bat and punched Jericho in the face, and now Jericho's busted open. Sammy's getting out of here. He is not going to be dealing with this. 2, 3. Sting and Darby Allin are victorious. But Jericho is busted at the mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Seth freaking Rollins against Shawn Michaels.
Introducing first, from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, he is Seth freaking Rollins!
Now we know these two have a score to settle ahead of their WrestleMania Hell in a Cell match, so we're about to see their final words before this match.
So you're gonna be the man to kill off the legend of HBK.
When I get that opportunity again, and I've got my boot on the back of your surgically repaired neck,
I'm gonna kill off your career before it ever gets started.
I am better than you in every single way.
You and I have got some unfinished business.
You know what it's like to have my boot on the back of your neck.
Here's a little advice. If you're gonna use me as a stepping stone, you better step hard.
You want me one-on-one? You're on.
In Hell in a Cell.
Enjoy the show.
And Seth Rollins' opponent is Shawn Michaels. Michaels is currently injured with a neck problem. That injury being brought back to life as Kurt Angle hit Shawn Michaels with a pile driver.
And his opponent, from Chandler, Arizona, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the Heartbreaking Shawn Michaels.
This rivalry dates back to LEW Live Episode 3, where Shawn Michaels caught Seth Rollins off guard, hit him with a super kick, and Seth Rollins got pretty pissed about it. But either way, Shawn Michaels versus Seth Rollins. Seth has been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. The match is about ready to get started. The bell has rung, and these two are facing off. A lot of tension between these two. A lot of build-up. And Seth Rollins pushes Shawn Michaels back. Oh, and a wicked shot from Shawn Michaels. And Seth with the forearm, and there we're going back and forth, laying in punches. Seth Rollins gets the upper hand. And now he has a chokehold on Shawn Michaels, trying to wear him down early in this matchup. Oh, and Shawn gets a hold of the arm. Drives Seth Rollins down onto the mat. Elbow drop misses. Seth Rollins kicks up. And now he has a headlock on Shawn Michaels. Still locked in here as Shawn Michaels finally gets back up to his feet in an elbow strike. Shawn goes to the ropes. He comes back and a sling blade from Seth Rollins. Oh, Rollins goes to the ropes and a drop kick to the back of the head. Seth Rollins, and this is not his fault. Shawn Michaels did this to himself. Oh my God, a big punch to the side of the face and add insult to injury kick. I mean, in Seth Rollins' perspective, he is in the right here. He has done nothing wrong. Shawn Michaels tried ending his career before it even started, and he's saying, come on. Seth Rollins with a clothesline. And now Seth Rollins with a chop. Oh, and now he sends Shawn Michaels to the corner. Full head of steam, and Shawn Michaels goes an entire somersault looking thing. Seth Rollins talking a slap to the face, even more disrespect. Oh, and now Seth Rollins is getting some deja vu, looking at that turnbuckle, and he's looking to smash Shawn Michaels' face into it, but no, Shawn catches himself in an elbow. Shawn goes to the middle rope, kick to the face to Seth Rollins. Oh, and now a double axe handle to Seth Rollins. Shawn back up to his feet. Chop. A chop. Oh, Seth Rollins has him on his shoulders. Lifts him up and plants him on his knee. A lot of impact going to the neck, and as you can see, Shawn Michaels is clenching it. Seth Rollins is ecstatic about this situation. Oh, and a big punch. Seth sends Shawn to the ropes. Hey, the super kick missed. Goes to the ropes again. Seth Rollins jumps up, and oh my gosh, powerbomb landed on Shawn Michaels' knees. The lower back area of Seth Rollins has got to be in a lot of pain here. Shawn Michaels full head of steam. Oh, and a diving forearm. A headbutt from Seth Rollins. And now Seth, springboard, but Shawn Michaels pushes him against the cage. Seth Rollins looks to make a climb, but no. Shawn Michaels puts Seth Rollins on his shoulders. Oh, Seth Rollins Inverted Frankensteiner. An inverted Frankensteiner, that's gotta be it. 1, 2, no! Shawn Michaels kicks out at 2.5. Seth Rollins. Gotta be looking, I don't know what he has to do. That, a lot of pain to the back of the neck. And now Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. Looking for a pile driver, no! Shawn Michaels lifts him up and plants him. Shawn Michaels makes it to his feet. Charges and a diving back elbow. Kicks up. Chop. Seth Rollins is in the corner, and here comes Shawn Michaels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no! Seth Rollins all the way across the ring and a buckle bomb. And Seth is not done as he lifts him up and a Falcon Arrow. 1, 2, no! Shawn Michaels kicks out at 2. Oh, and now Seth Rollins taunts in the game. Triple H. Pedigree, no. Oh, plants him. 1. Oh, Seth is not letting that happen. Sunset flip. 1, no. Shawn Michaels gets out real quick. Oh, and now Shawn. A Seth Rollins and a sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is locked in fully now. As you can see, the look of distaste on Seth Rollins. Trying to reach the ropes. And now Shawn Michaels. Cinching it in deep. As you can see, Seth Rollins is in agony right now. Almost reaches the ropes. Oh, but Shawn moves just a little bit closer to the middle of the ring, and he has it locked in even longer now. Seth Rollins, I don't know what he has to do. We had that powerbomb to the back of the knees, and now the sharpshooter that's been in for God knows longer than a minute. And Seth Rollins finally reaches the ropes, but Shawn Michaels still on the attack. Turns it around, and a figure 4 leg lock. A lot of pain. Figure 4 leg lock will endure on your opponent. Seth Rollins. Yelling in agony as he tries turning it over. Shawn, oh wait, Seth gets it turned over, and now it's, the pain is reversed to Shawn Michaels. As Seth Rollins is giving everything he has into this figure 4 leg lock. Shawn Michaels is trying to reach the ropes now. He's so close. Just put your hand down. Oh, Seth Rollins is put in so much more pain. Shawn Michaels, and he grabs the ropes. Oh, Seth isn't letting go. 3, 4, and Seth Rollins is forced to let go. If he reached a 5, that would have been a disqualification. Shawn Michaels barely gets on his feet. But Seth Rollins with the forearm. Ripcord knee, no. Shawn Michaels turns around. Super kick, no. Gets caught. Enziguri, no. And a lapel lock from Seth freaking Rollins. To Shawn Michaels. It's a lot of pain to the neck, to the head. It's a lot. Oh, and now Seth Rollins punches him. The lapel lock is locked in tight. Oh, but Shawn starts getting out. And Seth Rollins with elbow strikes to the back of the neck. And now Seth Rollins, we know if Seth can hit this curb stomp, that's over for Shawn Michaels. No, moves out of the way, and a backbreaker, and a headlock, sleeper hold from Shawn Michaels to Seth Rollins. Maybe he can wear Seth down long enough for the 3 count, or maybe we can get him to tap. Oh, Seth is standing. Grabs a hold of Shawn. And he jumps on his back. Shawn's forced to let go there. That sleeper hold, very, very unique. Kept Seth Rollins down long enough. And Shawn Michaels with a moonsault, but a super kick! Midair! We got to see a replay on that. Right there, knocking Shawn Michaels out. And now Seth Rollins goes for the cover. 1, 2, no! Don't mind the voice crack, but oh my god. Shawn Michaels kicks out at 2 and a 9.9.999. Seth Rollins is so severely mad about that. Seth doesn't know what he has to do, but he's going. He's making a climb to the top of the cage. He's so high up right now. You can kind of see a view from Shawn Michaels' standpoint from how high Seth Rollins is. At the top of the cell structure, and a frog splash from the top. Oh my god. Seth Rollins needs to make the cover right here, right now. 2. No! So close to putting Shawn Michaels out. Seth Rollins has no idea what to do. As Seth Rollins is now angry. As he should be. He can't put away Shawn Michaels. Oh, now Seth Rollins looking for the curb stomp, but Shawn lifts him up and a super kick. Cover. 2, no! Seth Rollins kicks out at 2. Shawn Michaels and Seth Rollins have put in their heart and soul into this match. As both men are starting to get up here. Both to their hands and knees. Now they're standing. Oh, and Seth Rollins with a punch. And Shawn Michaels with a punch of his own. Oh. Another. Shawn Michaels. One with his own. They're going back and forth here. Trading blows. Who will be the first to fall? Oh, Seth Rollins with another one. It's Shawn Michaels punch to Seth Rollins and Rollins falls down. As Shawn goes to the corner. What's he gonna look for? He's on the middle rope. A diving elbow drop. Shawn Michaels knows he cannot put away Seth Rollins like that. He has to hit a final blow. Shawn Michaels in the corner. Oh, he's tuning up the band. Oh. Seth Rollins gets up and a super kick. Sweet chin music for Michaels. Seth Rollins kicks out at 2. How will one of these two men win? Shawn gets up to his feet now. And Shawn Michaels grabs a hold of Seth Rollins. And Rollins with a low blow. Seth might have just turned this entire match into his favor, as we thought he would just about over. But a low blow from Seth Rollins puts Shawn Michaels in the perfect position for the Paddington Curb Stomp. No, and a sleeper hold for Michaels. Michaels has it locked in deep as Seth Rollins looks to be fading. I'm wondering what the ref is seeing up close here. He called for the bell. Seth Rollins passed out, was not pinned or submitted, but his body just couldn't take anymore as Shawn Michaels made Seth Rollins pass out. Don't take it away from Shawn Michaels, but Shawn Michaels is your winner. And here comes Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. He won this opportunity to face The Miz after he beat Dean Ambrose in a hardcore bout at Hard to Kill, earning himself the spot that he's set his eyes upon since the very beginning at Clash of the Titans.
Introducing first, from Marietta, Georgia, weighing in at 216 pounds, he is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes has earned Dean Ambrose's respect after that, so John Morrison decides to intervene in this bout. Dean Ambrose said he gave Cody his word that he will be there to help him out.
And his opponent, from Parma, Ohio, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the current LEW North American Champion, The Miz.
The Miz won the North American Championship at Clash of the Titans. John Morrison on his behalf defeating John Cena, and then he went on to No Mercy and won the fatal four-way between Cody Rhodes, Dean Ambrose himself, and John Cena. And then at Hard to Kill, he did not have a match, but now he's looking to defend his title once again. Oh, Dean Ambrose is here. He has kept his word as he is here to fend off John Morrison. The crowd is going wild for Dean Ambrose. Ambrose came up short earlier tonight in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but still kept his word as he scares Morrison out of. And it is for that North American Championship. The Miz, Cody Rhodes. Their bell is rung on Cody with a big boot to the sternum of the Miz. Forearm to the back and sends Miz to the ropes. Miz ducks the clothesline. Oh, and he slides right out of the ring. Oh, Miz tries to get it back in, but Cody is right there. Oh, the Miz telling Cody to back up some. Cody is backed up. Miz starts getting into the ring. Oh, Miz gets to the ropes and the ref pulls him off, and a slap to the face. A slap heard around the arena as the Miz has the upper hand now. Oh, and Cody is mad. Miz rolls out of the ring, and now he's running all the way across. There's a forearm to John Morrison. Dean Ambrose sees that. Miz back into the ring, and Cody gets back, but no, kick. Now the Miz sets up Cody Rhodes. Oh, and Cody drops him on his knee. Goes to the ropes, springboard. Oh, and a kick. Takes the Miz down. And a forearm. Miz goes into the corner. Oh, and a major slap sends Miz just about over the top rope. Cody gets pushed into the referee. Oh, and now the Miz. Oh, has a hold of Cody and a skull-crushing finale, but the ref is down. Oh, Dean Ambrose is in the ring. Oh, and he's waving to the Miz. Oh, and now he's chasing John Morrison out of the ring. Cody is back up now. Oh, and Cody has a hold of him. And a crossroads takes the Miz down. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes has become the new North American champion. Cody Rhodes is the new North American champion, well deserved. He's been wanting this from the very beginning, ever since he debuted, and he's looking to something. And a stern look on his face. Oh, and he gets knocked down and laying in punches. Who is that? I think that is Jey Uso. Jey Uso making his debut here in LEW, and the Miz is that a new Miz helper, just like John Morrison? I don't believe this. Oh, and a super kick from Jey. Jey Uso looks to be on his own, but has his eyes set on Cody and or Miz, or both.
My accolades speak for themselves. I'm the LEW champion, the most dominant superstar in LEW. I am Adam Cole, baby.
Many have said I've talked a big game. Maybe that's all I can do. For WrestleMania, I'll show everyone what I'm made of.
It doesn't matter who I have to pin, I will walk out as champion. I am certified the best competitor in LEW. Nobody is on my level. Big match, John. You said you are here week in, week out, and yet you are not on top. Roman, you consider yourself a threat. Well, you are no threat to me. I already beat you and I'll do it again. I have my collection of losses, but I promise you, at WrestleMania, John Cena will stand tall. Cole, you really think you're the top guy, huh? Step in the ring with me, and I'll cut you down to size. Roman, you want respect, you better earn it. Adam Cole, your win against me was a fluke. And as for you, John, you can't say a damn thing. Loss after loss, that's the pattern of your career. I've had my absence, but believe me or not, I'm the biggest threat in the match. Your times are up, and my time is now. When I win, you all will acknowledge me. I'm walking in as champ, and I'm walking out because I'm Adam Cole, baby.
Everybody, we know what time it is. It is the main event of WrestleMania, and I can't wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of WrestleMania.
And who's coming out first? It is the man, John Cena, a man who's done a lot in this company. Not a lot of good things, but he's done a lot. Mixed reactions here by the fans.
Introducing first, from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena!
The fans are not completely behind John Cena. Probably something that Cena was not looking forward to, but who's coming out next? Oh my.
And his opponent, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is Roman Reigns!
And Reigns as well. He lost to the LEW champion on episode 1. Let's see if he can get his redemption coming back for after oh so long. Oh, and you know that music hits. And you know it's all about the bow. Adam Cole has been our champion since our very first pay-per-view Clash of the Titans. And has held it ever since. So I'm excited to see if he can win here tonight. From winning the Fatal 4-Way to defeating CM Punk to losing at Hard to Kill, Adam Cole.
And the champion, from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, weighing in at approximately 200 pounds, he is the LEW World Heavyweight Champion, Adam Cole!
Alright, everybody get ready. He's about to do it. Oh! You may love him or hate him, but Adam Cole is one of our most dominant superstars in LEW. And he can really get the fans behind him during the boom, or when he does the Adam Cole baby. If I have my pick to win, I think I'm gonna go with Cole. Cole retains. He's been so dominant thus far. I believe in him. Although my pick does not really matter, it just depends on who is the better man. And big uppercut from Roman Reigns. John Cena gets in the mix as he punches Roman. Now he sends him to the ropes, takes him all the way to the other side. Reigns goes to the ropes. Jumping clothesline, no. Cena gets a hold of him. Cena, gets caught with an elbow as Roman Reigns with another uppercut. So you're going to hear that from a mile away and a punch. Now, Roman Reigns lifts Adam Cole up, lifts him all the way up on a sit-out powerbomb. And here comes John Cena. Cena takes Reigns to the outside, but Reigns, clothesline Cena to the outside. As now Reigns is going, charging to the ropes. He's coming all the way back, jumps over top and a diving clothesline to both of them. And now Roman Reigns sends John Cena into the entrance stage. And Adam Cole with a super kick to the side of Roman Reigns' face as he grabs a hold of him. It sends him into the turnbuckle. As Adam Cole sends Roman Reigns into the ring. Quick thus far as Adam Cole goes to the middle of the rope. Oh, Panama City Sunrise connects. It's Adam Cole. Goes for the last line. Who was that? Who is that? Just completely disrupting our championship match. Ref, get him out of here. What a Superman punch from Roman Reigns. Oh, and Cena looking for the attitude adjustment. Has Roman Reigns up. Oh, but Reigns with an elbow. Gets off of John Cena's shoulders. Goes for the clothesline. Cena goes to the ropes, jumps off. And a diving stunner. Stunner to Roman Reigns. Oh my, and you know what John Cena is looking for. That 5-knuckle shuffle. Oh, but Adam Cole and Cena punch. Sends Adam Cole to the outside of the ring. And now Adam Cole is showing this guy a piece of his mind here. And he slaps him in the face. Now he's just yelling at him and sticks his hands in his pockets. Oh, but Roman Reigns has the guillotine locked in on John Cena tight. It's John Cena barely trying to get out of it here. As Cena lifts him up, but Adam Cole finally realizes this could be it for his championship reign, and a super kick to the side of Roman Reigns' head, and now a bicycle kick to John Cena as Adam Cole is laying in a punch to John Cena, and now he sets his attention to Roman Reigns with an elbow to the in between the shoulder blades, and a Samoan drop from Roman Reigns. Reigns runs towards Cena. Spear to Cena, and Adam Cole's back up, and he sends Reigns into the turnbuckle. He's telling Orange Cassidy, watch this, as he moves the knee pad down, goes to the ropes, and a last shot to John Cena. It's gonna be it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The main event of WrestleMania has ended just like that. I can't believe what I just saw. Adam Cole has ended this match real quick. Even after the distraction.
Everybody, tonight, I made history. Main evented the first WrestleMania in LEW. I walked in as champ, and I'm walking out as champion. It ain't no secret. The Four Horsemen did not do well tonight. I mean, AJ and Kenny, they had a 1/4 shot of winning the Money in the Bank briefcase and failed. And then Finn Balor got attacked and got wrecked by not one, but two monsters. One being a Fiend and the other one being Murder Hawk. Even me, I didn't want to defend my title against two lousy people. John Cena and Roman Reigns, they haven't earned a title shot. On top of that, we have a corrupt referee not kicking out this lousy, retarded human being known as Orange Cassidy. Let's run down my championship title reign. I mean, I won this thing in a fatal 4-way. Then, at No Mercy, I retired CM Punk, and yes, I did retire CM Punk, because I'm holding this championship for as long as I live. Four Horsemen, I can't trust AJ and Kenny at the moment, because they left me to dry against Kevin Owens. But all has finally come back together. And granted, the Four Horsemen, we have our wounds, but when we heal up, we're going to be better than ever. And it starts with tonight. Adam Cole, baby, is on top of the world, and nobody is going to stop me.
Can it be? Oh my, it could. Is it? Johnny Gargano is here. He's here. What does he have on the top of his mind? Oh, he's holding that Money in the Bank briefcase that he won earlier. Johnny Gargano, a fantastic athlete, winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. He could cash in right here, right now, and become LEW champion tonight.
Johnny, who do you really think?
The fans interrupted Adam Cole by chanting Johnny Wrestling.
Cole, you know why I'm here. I'm up to take you up on your challenge. I mean, I just won this Money in the Bank briefcase, taking out 2 out of the 4 members of the Four Horsemen. Why not make it 3 out of the 4? Johnny, I'm sorry to make all your fans disappointed. You're just simply not on my level. Why not, Cole? We got a referee. You're already in your ring attire, and all I have to do is take this vest off. Come on. I think this Money in the Bank briefcase says I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. And I think these people deserve a happy ending to the first WrestleMania. And I know everyone in attendance and everyone watching at home would die to see me take that title off your shoulders right here, right now. You all want me to have this match right here, right now? No. Come on, Cole. Look, guys, I tried. I'm sorry, but I can guarantee you the day will come very soon when I take the LEW Championship.
I'm sorry we couldn't get a happy ending, but thank you everybody for watching and stay. Oh my god! John Cena just clocked Johnny Gargano over the back of the head with a steel chain. Why?
Look who's made up their mind. Yeah, I just knocked out Johnny Gargano. What are you guys gonna do? I've been playing the good guy all year long. Nobody has been on my side. And it's typical by you fans. As soon as Seth Rollins stepped up for himself, you all booed him too. I'm tired of being in it for the fans. I'll give that to Johnny. As far as I'm concerned, Holmes, next year, I'm in it for the money. And the way to do that is by being a champion. So, next pay-per-view, you're looking at him right here. And when that time comes, I can't wait to hold the championship high above my head. Tell each and every single one of you that I told you so.
And that the champ is here!
Well, John Cena making some bold predictions. Let's see if he can back it up.